Hi, welcome to Excel Education. In this video, we are going to see the fourth part of the pivot table module. In the last video, we had seen that we have multiple column headers that are populated in this pivot table fields. So the column headers that we have in here are the column headers that we have in our raw data, which is nothing but these column headers. So all these column headers are completely populated in our pivot table fields for us to analyze. So I will go back to my first example and I will try to analyze, I will try to find out the total profit made by the company Walmart in the country France. So before we do that, I would like to let you know that there are multiple options given here other than the column headers here. So let us try to understand what these options are. Multiple fields are there, and let us try to understand that. Let us say that what could be rows in here. Rows are basically the same rows that we see here. This is called a row. Whatever we have horizontally is called a row, and whatever vertically we have D, E, F, G, H, etc. is called a column. All right. So let us say that you lost your field options like this. All you need to get it back is click somewhere inside the pivot table and it comes back. So what it basically means by rows and columns is if you put your country option inside your rows, all your countries will be populated in your rows. See row 4, 5, 6 up to 18, you get your country populated entirely in your columns. Likewise, if you put it under columns, it will start populating under columns like this from A, B, C, D, etc. So let us say you want your shipment mode to be shown in rows, or let us say you want your country name to be populated in rows. So you can put it this way, and your shipment mode can be shown like this. And if you put your shipment mode in the columns, the shipment mode will be shown in columns, and your country names will be shown in your rows. Now, let us try to understand how to get meaningful data out of this. Now, we have understood a little bit of formatting. Let us try to understand how we can find out the actual profit made by France uh, uh, by dragging and pulling some data. Now, the third field that we have here is values. So, for example, as far as value is concerned, you must appreciate the fact that we can only aggregate numbers in the sense that if you are trying to find the sum of 1, 2, 3, you can add these and you can just use a sum formula to add these three and you can find the value as 6. However, if you're having three texts A, B, and C, you will not be able to sum these three numbers. I mean, these three texts, and the value is going to be 0 because Excel does not know how to add a text. Likewise, so the values that we have here, we can find the total sum of profit, or we can find the average profit, or we can play around with these numbers. However, we cannot basically add any of these texts. So basically, shipment mode is a text, region is a text, segment is a text. Only thing that we have as numbers is discount, sales, profit, and quantity. And this value column, value field is reserved specially only for numbers. So let us say that we want to know the profit, sum of profit. So the moment you click and drag this, you are getting the data shown really beautifully. For example, the moment you see in here, you can not just for France, you get the profit, sum of profit for all these countries, and that too for every single mode of shipment. Not just that, if you go to the total column, you can just see that the country's total profit under all these modes put together is 70,067, which was exactly the same value, which is the exact same value that we got by filtering the data. If you want, we can do a quick verification by filtering out uh, what do you call France in there. So let us pull out France here, just France. And if you go to this particular field and you just add it, it is 70,067. That is how fast pivot table is. All it took us was just couple of click and drags, and you have got your answer. So 70,067 is the total profit made by France, and that too, if you want under the mode economy, you get it immediately. If you want it under economy plus, that also is available immediately, immediate priority. So whatever data that you want is immediately available to you. So this is how powerfully pivot table can be used, which helps us immensely in data analysis. Not just this, you understand this concept, you pause it multiple times, try out the data yourself multiple times, and I will be mentioning much more features about pivot tables in the upcoming video. For now, thank you. See you in the next video.